You ready? You're on, right? Okay. Hey, everybody, I'm Randy Jones with Incredible Tiny Homes. And hey, I don't know, none of this is scripted. So what's helping me is I've been talking to a lot of people who do watch our shows. I'm designing their homes or I'm getting letters from them and I talk to you. And it really helps me to think, because a lot of times I'm thinking, who watches these shows? You know, I'm like, and I'm finding I don't know if it's a lot of people, but the people that I do get to talk to really helps me, you know, them understand what they're learning and what they're doing. So I've got some really cool things tonight that I want to show you. Amanda doesn't even know anything. We haven't even talked.
I have no idea.
All she did was, you ready?
You ready? Do it again.
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
We've not even talked about it.
No, she was writing checks. Okay.
Okay.
Here's your mic. And so what?
Oh, make sure you're not on mute. I should have said that already.
I think it's moving. Yeah, it's moving. The thing is I got so many little things in my head that I'm thinking, hey, in my head, it's like this person goes, hey, they want to know about this. They want to know about that. About this and this and this. Oh, yeah, what about this? And I'm like, I get all these thoughts. Yeah. So bear with me because I'm not scripted, of course. If I had a script, I couldn't remember the script.
We would lose the script.
wouldn't, yeah.
We wouldn't even know where it was at.
I would live it amongst the mess right here.
But your desk don't look that bad today.
I'm organized. Believe it or not, I am organized and got it going on. But, hey.
What? Well, let me write that down.
Now think about it. All right. We worked all weekend again, Saturday and Sunday, and maybe we'll show you. We're trying to build this big wall to help the people privacy so they don't have to see our workshop anymore. So I'm trying to build it right there at the beach. And it's a little unsightly right now because it's 15 foot tall and it's black underlayment that we put on the roads. Mm-hmm. I'm just trying it out. So I put like a black material. It's going to be a 15-foot wall all the way around the place. Mm-hmm. And that just keeps people having to see the cars, the trucks, all the equipment and everything. We're cleaning it up.
Well, the main thing is safety. Number one is safety. That's why we're doing it.
People have to stop walking over to and I hate it because I've had people.
We do hate it.
I've had people walk here all the time. I love people showing the shop. I'm against it, but we will not have any insurance whatsoever.
Yeah, they will drop us.
If we don't stop people from walking over here.
Right.
And so people have moved in our community. At the end, we're going to have like 170 some home sites. They cannot walk over here.
Right.
First of all, we can't get anything done. I mean, we love to talk and visit. We just ain't got the time. No. And I hate it because I love talking and hanging out and getting to know people. Because we're real people oriented, but we I'm finding I don't have time to even enjoy talking to somebody. And it seems like I'm rude all the time.
It's very sad.
I've got to just keep moving. So, but we have to have the wall up. We're getting bigger and things have to happen, you know. And then also, you know, there's this, I just can't believe the gossip out here. People tell me, you see what this person said, that person, this person said, and it drives me nuts. So I don't want to hear the gossip. I don't want to hear anything. People are saying we're going bankrupt. People are saying that we're not going to have a jam. And I mentioned that. Let me mention it to you tonight about the jam, October 2nd and 3rd. Amanda and I are overwhelmed. Not to the point where we're not going to make it. Yeah. We're busy all the time. We're working 7 days a week. Amanda she goes home to her dogs on the weekends. And but it's to plan a jam is a lot of work. Food vendors and music or portalettes and parking and activities. It's just everybody here when we get in the door, it's nonstop till 5. And we always feel like it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah. And it's day's over. Like right now, it's almost 7, and Amanda doesn't want me to mention it, but when I get up really early, I try to get into bed about 8:30 or get towards there, and I'm never there. I'm never there till about 9:30. And when you get up at 4:30, it's just not enough sleep. I can feel it middle of the day. So I'm really trying to take care of myself. But when you try to plan a jam, it ain't there. So there was a couple people, I was putting up the fence this Sunday, and I said, I was just irritated a little bit, and I said, you know what? We're not even going to have the jam. I don't even want to have it. And I said, we're just thinking about it. And somebody said, well, they already bought plane tickets. And I was like, stop. I got to build homes. I got people on me that need their homes built, and I want to build homes. I'm a carpenter. I'm a builder. We had the jam to promote our company to get it going. We're rolling pretty good now. And it's not saying we don't need a jam. I love to have a jam because I love meeting everybody. And I think people like to have a jam that live here and want to get to know each other. And I think it's a real cool time for everybody to get together. So.
And, well, and two,
yeah,
to throw this in there, there is another concern. And whether you believe the pandemic or believe about the virus or not, people have been sick. People have been wearing masks. The whole country was on a shutdown. They're talking about that
another one.
Another one. So we have to really think the best, whether we believe it or not, whether you believe it or not. We have to do what's best for the masses of everyone.
Yeah.
Is it the safest thing to have a jam? We're really thinking about not doing it.
Yeah.
We really are. We have to really think about that. The other concern that Randy and I have talked about is safety. Safety is number one. That goes along with the pandemic. It also.
Now, what do you mean by safety?
Safety meaning that this is a construction site.
Yes.
The prairie will not be there. There might be, 2 houses there? Maybe.
We'll just be finishing up the prairie.
Maybe.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll just be finishing up. They won't have enough time for people to be living in the prairie. So it's not going to be this beautiful, full community.
Right.
Yet. The beach will just barely be getting full.
Right.
You know, so we thought, well, it's not a good example, a display of all of our communities.
And two, if the insurance, what they tell us, the insurance does not allow for people to be here, then we can't even have
on the
parking.
Commercial site.
We can't even have park. So where's everybody going to park? So we have another concern with parking. So
there's nowhere to park.
And then we think about everybody wants to see the mountain. There's no parking at the mountain. You can't cross that street. It's a very busy
It's not made for 500 cars.
No, it's not.
You know.
So we have real concerns, and for everybody.
Yeah.
We're not going to have to where people can stay the night and camp like we did before. We don't have the big open
it's different.
space. It's different.
Yeah.
So that's the only concern that we have. So we're trying to maybe think up something else or do it a different way or something. We're trying. So this week we're really going to probably make a decision.
Yeah. We're going to try to do something with it. Yeah.
Something.
So guys, just hold up.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've got plane tickets and you want to come see something like that, I don't know how you're going to reimburse them. You know what I do, man? I always get that insurance.
Oh, I always do.
Yeah, get your insurance, get your money back or postpone it, go some other time, you know. But just hold up. We're just having some, we thought, boom, have a jam. And then because we're so busy, we don't think through everything. And now we're sitting time and we're looking at it all. And it's like.
It's a different time in all different kinds of ways.
Yeah.
So we really have to be smart about this.
Yeah.
For the company and for you.
And the world changes, it seems like every 3 months. Every 3 months we're going through some massive stuff. And you can just kind of feel the stuff going on in the world.
Yeah.
And I think that's the reason why a lot of people are wanting some tiny homes, is they're wanting some security, because nothing's secure anymore. And like I said, our land's paid for.
Yeah.
The land's paid for. Everything across the street's paid for. It's done. The infrastructure's paid for. So if you think about that, you buy a lot, it's there. Man, you got security that if you're out of debt, you're going to stay out of debt, and the whole world could collapse.
Right.
You've got a roof over your head. And we're trying, all I worry about is I build homes. And
another thing, too, is, we have a responsibility, and thank you, Albert and Brian Carty, for jumping on and helping with these maintenance orders.
Yes.
We have a responsibility to the people who have
already bought houses.
We're finished up their skirting, their steps,
Yep.
their sheds, their extra maintenance work, stuff that didn't work out. We have a responsibility to them to get that done. So do we want to put our energy in a jam, or do we need to tend to them to make sure it gets done? Or can we do both?
Yep.
We're trying to figure that out.
We got a couple out of town. We got an Arkansas and a Virginia one, a broken sink, and the door is replaced. So we got to get out of town to do that. We've known about them for a while. It's just we're so busy. We've let go of a lot of guys because they were not performing. I've had to let go of a couple people here, and that's probably why they think, hey, they're going bankrupt because I had to let everybody go. I let them go because they weren't performing, and we just didn't need them anymore.
Right.
So everything changed. But listen, I've dealt with peer pressure and gossip all my life as a kid growing up and everything. Everybody does, high school and all that. But this is a business. So the only thing that worries me is like, I want everybody to still believe in what we're doing. And that's why we bring these videos out every night. And we'll show you when you get out of this makeshift studio.
Makeshift studio! You're insane.
And we'll go outside and show you some tiny homes and what we're doing. But anyway, that's the jam report. We'll get back with you on that.
Yeah.
Done. People were putting on Facebook today, no jam, no jam, no jam. I called Gloria up. I said, Gloria, please don't say stuff. And I know there was Beth and some other people. And I know they're just trying to help everybody prepare and say no, but you just got to just hold off. This is real life for us. We're not some corporation that has a board meeting and then we have a person who does research and development for the jam and then plans it. That ain't happening. I look at Amanda, you want a jam? She said, yeah. I said, let's do it. Boom. And that's it.
Yeah.
And we thought, yes, but man, things change every couple weeks, you know?
The concerns are really real, and we can't just blow it off. We really have to put thought into it. It's like last year was easy. It was like, no, we can't have a jam.
It was none.
There was nothing going on. But this year it's like, you know what? It's time for everybody to get together. But there's real concerns for everybody.
Yep.
So we have to do the best for the company and the best for you all.
Yeah.
So it's hard for us.
It is.
It's a hard decision.
Because I think we've always had a good time with the jams.
Of course.
Not to shift gears, but you had me thinking, out here in the forest, we've had some homes that have skirting decks and underpinning, and people are wanting it all done, and we got guys out there putting the skirting under, putting it in while we're building homes. One thought that I had that you guys have to remember out here or anywhere you put on this community. We are technically in a flood zone, okay? It's a FEMA flood zone. You have to be able to get out and go. Also, I want you to remember that this is a rental community. You don't own the lots, okay? You rent the lots by the month. If you bought into the first deal was a 3-year lease. And after 3 years, your lease ends and you go month to month or year to year, right? So whatever you put into your home site, you got to remember that it is a rental, all right? So if you build these big, I know we're going to do a big porch out here for a customer, a big covered porch on their house over a deck. Well, I built all the decks to be portable because your house is portable. If you want to head on out of here, you can just unscrew the deck, pile it in a pickup truck and hit the road.
Right.
But if you build a big old A-frame porch roof over top of it and screen it in and it's going to be there for the next 80 years and something happens, I don't see how you're going to take that with you.
Right.
So you need to consider that.
Just keep it in mind.
And also, this is a tiny house community. All right? Tiny house. And in my mind, and I'm learning so much because so many people have come up to me about things that I never thought of allowing or not allowing. One person, and she's probably listening, is she wanted a garage sale or yard sale during the jam. I never thought of a yard. You know what I'm thinking? That's the last thing you should have in a tiny home is a yard sale. You shouldn't have any stuff to sell. Everybody's downsized and got rid of all their stuff, you know. I don't really want a yard sale in a tiny home community, you know. I don't want any of that. I just want to have a community and that's it. You know, if you want a yard sale, maybe you go down to the fairgrounds or go down to some parking lot that you can rent, and maybe 4 or 5 of y'all can get together and do something like that. You know, I don't know, but them are just questions I haven't even thought of. I just wanted to give people a place to live, you know. So there's a lot of stuff going on around here. Also, I think that was it in the communities, the forest. The beach is almost done. We got maybe 6 or 7 other lots that need power on them, and then we're putting in the prairie. Okay, hey, let me read this letter for you. I just got, and I thought it was kind of a neat card that I got from this person. Let me just read it to you. It said, have a happy ass day, okay? And I thought that was cute.
That is cute. Look at that.
Yeah, the happy ass.
Cute.
When's the last time you get able to jump up and down naked and scream and holler and say, Yahoo!
You probably did this morning.
I did. And let me just read it to you real quick. She might be watching. And this is hello, Randy and Amanda. I hope this card does not offend you, and it didn't. It tickled me pink, and I wanted to share it with you. Well, I did it. I used my life savings to secure a beautiful lot on the mountain. I am seriously an old mountain gal. I am so excited. I'm getting my life, not tiny house here in New Mexico ready to sell. It will sell quickly. Then I will have greenbacks to pay you to build my tiny house, my ITH house. Randy, I'm doing this whole thing, sight and sight, the house site, unseen. Watching you on YouTube for months, my gut tells me not only are you funny, easy on the eyes, but you are trustworthy. My grandson offered to drive me and my 2 old doggies to Newport when this house sells. I don't know where we will live until my tiny house is built, but I am trusting in God. Ha ha. One of my brothers is an atheist, and he pulls his hair out every time I say that. Poor him. And many blessings. And I don't know her first name. I don't know if that's an A, but it's Springhawk Bartolone.
That's cool.
Yeah, I thought that was a cool,
nice,
down-earth letter, you know? And, you know, when I read that, and I hate this, I am so blatant, honest. If you get me one-on-one, I will tell you everything straightforward, how I feel about you, myself, and this world. I'll tell you everything wrong with me and everything that I'm trying to get done, and it's bad because I'm really hard on myself. Just reading that letter, and we have had people that have moved here from across the country. A few of them have come here, and they did not work out, and they headed right back out. And I'm just going to tell you the truth. You know, they came here, it didn't work amongst them, and they headed and they left, and they've said bad things about us, and and I have learned since I've been here that there are some people that are just going to be coming here that just won't fit. They're going to be people that are coming here that bring with them a frame of mind that brings stuff that won't work here. I'm being nice. And I took that personally for a while, trying to understand when you're nice to somebody and they turn around and use it against you, or they say things about you and the whole place is just a mess. And I'm like, where does that come from? So I've had to, and I've said this once before on a show, that there are so many thousands of people believing in what we're doing because we are sold out across the street. We may have 4 or 5 lots left there. And there's a lot of people that really care about us and believe in what we're doing.
Right.
And that's a shame to allow the small ones to taint any of the ones that people really support what we're doing and love what we're doing and where we're going with the future. And it's hard for me to see that because I'm under the gun constantly of trying to please. You know, we've got a lot of homes to build. I think we got 80 or 90 homes to build, right? And it's going to take a while to get them because I let some of the staff go because they weren't performing. And I'm hiring new staff. As you guys all know, up in Kentucky, we've got 5 builders up there now. We got one, if he's watching tonight, Jeff and the guys up there in Minnesota. I'm taking a house to Minnesota in August. We're starting a new partnership there. I've got a young man, hopefully in Utah, might be coming. I think his name is Mr. Potter. He might be coming here and learning and going back. We may have somebody in Utah, but that's in the future and going. But we're building and building, and sometimes it goes up and down like that. And plus, supplies and just things happen in a business. We're taking a hit because if we don't maintain a certain level of building every month, like I said before, our overhead is the same, right? And if you don't build enough, then your overhead eats more than what you're making, and then it's always this up and down thing. And we're trying to maintain this to where we get, you know, my biggest thing is I want homes built good, and I want them built right? And if they're not, we have to part ways. And so that's why we're monitoring things. So anyway, I just want to let you know that, you know, that letter, people coming here and believing in us, I feel so good and proud of the fact that people believe in us, but also I'm hesitant and I'm like, hey, I just hope everything you feel and that you know is good. I think her letter is spot on. She's lighthearted. She sent in that cute card. And that, to me, her frame of mind is like Amanda's, and people, they want to have fun and they want to just, you know, they'll get along, you know. If you come here in a box and you come here with a strong frame of mind, Like I always tell everybody, man, to be in this community and to work here, you got to be like a willow tree, you know? You can't be just like a rock oak, and you got to be able to flex and give. And I think that gets a lot with people in their life. Because when you don't give and everything want your way, you're going to get broken, man. You're going to be alone out in the middle, and you're going to be the only tree out there in the yard.
Right.
You know? And that's just everywhere. When you deal with human beings, you know, a lady come today and she was going to buy a house, and I won't mention her name. And we were talking, and she was a school teacher, and she said, I'm just tired of people, man. She said, I'm just tired of them. You can't teach school anymore. You know, it's easy to get negative about people. Right. And I told her, you know, I said, yeah, I can see when you're with, you know, and a lot of people say it's the older they get, the less they want to be around more and more people because they've been burnt so much and beat up. And that's what I don't want to happen here. I want us to completely always have a good frame of mind. We ordered these banners. Amanda did. We rolled them up. But one, yeah. We got a big, huge one, and it's a smiley face. Yeah. I mean, it's like a happy face. Mm-hmm. What does it say on it? It says something, doesn't it?
I'm not sure if it says anything. Do better.
Yeah, it says do better.
Do better.
And a big old smiley face.
Big old smile.
And I want to put banners up here and a chalkboard, and people can write cute sayings on it, or, you know, hey man, have an awesome day, or come in here and just, you know, something that just changes your mind. You know what I do? I always listen to music. Mm-hmm. I think Amanda does a lot too. Yeah. And I love music, and it just changes my whole frame of mind when I've been in a frame of mind I don't want to be in, whatever that is, right? So, but I want that to be a part of this community that perks people up every morning and going. I know one of our, what do you call people that live here? One of the, not a customer anymore, but the leasee or whatever, right. Leaseor. Is it the leasee or leaseor? I'm the leasee. Anyway, I've opened up the park out here around the Milligan Mile, and I want people to start putting, start enhancing it with artwork. And if you wanted, I was thinking it'd be really cool to have maybe a chalkboard, right? Covered by the rain, a little cover. And you can write things on there. Like, people might want to say, hey, you know, remember me when you're praying because I got a family member, or I'm not feeling well. You don't have to put your name on it, you know? Right. And as you walk around the park, you can see people's lives and maybe read a little bit or stuff like that. And people are starting to be a part of that. And it's coming together, you know? It's an organic way of growing in a community, but there are rules, you know? But real lenient rules. And I'm hoping that my frame of mind and our frame of mind of our company, what we're trying to set forth, is said without saying anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and there's two, I just want to mention this too, that everybody that has come here, a lot of people have come here from far, far away. Yeah. Most people have come here from far away. And I just want to bring up that there are some people that had issues. We're talking with us that had stuff that didn't either get done with their house or something that happened afterwards. You know, like Gloria this morning, like yesterday, her shed, it leaked. It leaked. We went this morning and we fixed it. But I want to just kind of give them a pat on the back of Gloria and Cleo and Donna and Joy and different ones out here in the community, EJ and just different ones. I'm not naming everybody. Right. But the majority of them bent with us, like they moved with us. They didn't have a mortal fit. Yep. They didn't have a meltdown or anything. They said this happens. They understood stuff happens, and they were willing to work with us about work orders and getting to their stuff. And some people couldn't do that. Some people could not flow with us. No, man. That's what a community is about, because a community equals a family. So we're here, they're here, and they chose the path of not like, that should have been done, and blah, 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 and all that stuff. All right, well, I'll mention the one we got an email that said, one lady out here said, all I hear from people that says if the only way to get anything done is to mention an attorney. Mention an attorney. Mention an attorney. There's only the way you get anything done. Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Okay, well, she's not one that bends. Either. Well, we were on the list of maintenance. got it done, and we only do what's on the contract.
Yeah.
All right. So many people said, "Hey, move my house." I'm not going to move it. I did it once.
No.
Maybe said add handrails or add this or add that. We're not going to do it unless you paid for it on the original contract.
Right.
And you won't believe how many people want more while the guys are there. Can you do this and do this and do this? We don't. And then we got another letter back. Well, you'll hear from my attorney. Okay, great.
Okay, fine.
Stop with the attorney stuff.
Yes.
I've got 3 or 4 of them in my hip pocket.
Yeah.
I hate to even say that.
Crazy.
We just go get them, go get them, go get them.
We're so appreciative of the people who, like some of the ones that I mentioned, that we're talking, just moved with us.
It was
that understood,
awesome. Yeah.
It understood, and it puts no pressure on us and helps us, because we're not perfect, and they're not perfect, and everyone realizes that. It just makes it very nice. That's what makes a very nice community.
Yeah.
That's what makes a nice community. So.
And I don't know if people think that we're sitting in here eating bonbons all day.
Why do you always say bonbons?
What are they?
I mean,
Are they bonbons,
not bombs. Bon,
B-O-N-N.
B-O-N. Bon.
All right, we're not doing whatever that is. All right.
The little ice creams. Bonbons.
Okay. Ooh, I'd like to have some.
Those sound really good.
The little eclairs, remember them little eclairs?
Oh, God, Foster got them. Oh, God.
You go to Walmart and get them little frozen eclairs. I could eat.
Whole tub.
2 tubs.
2 tubs.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're not. This is, and I think most people understand.
They do.
I almost wanted to do a video, a time-lapse video of what goes on here during the day.
Oh, my gosh.
And you have to turn it on mute most of the time. But
we'd have to bleep it out. Beep,
yeah,
beep.
But it is, and you know what, I really talked, and I want to say hi, thanks to John Strickland that came. He's a...
Wasn't he a hoot?
Oh, I'm going to tell you, John Strickland came and he got his house Saturday.
Yeah.
And him and I did the knuckle push-up challenge.
Yeah.
Hurt my knuckles so
bad.
bad on that concrete. I mean, he was just going, you know. But he had done 20 before that video. Anyway, he was so cool.
Yeah.
And John has always been, it's like when he come out of the truck talking to him, he's on you. He's in your face. He's just forthright.
He's a cool guy.
Just right. And he's just clear as a bell.
Never got to meet him.
He has this older gentleman who was with him, his buddy. And I mean, we're talking real life war heroes.
Yeah.
I mean, real life stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And John told me just a little bit about how proud he was of his friend. And it was just cool to be around guys like that, you know, and just straightforward. And you talking about a man? Oh, he was like, Randy, got you. Thank you. I can't thank you enough for the home or what it is. And he texted me, said the house was pulling great. Didn't have to put sway bars on it or anything.
Good.
I just wanted to tell John, if you're watching, you really made my day, and you really have made me feel really good about what we do for a business. And I hope we can stay in contact for years to come. He's moving to Montana.
Let's see pictures once he gets in.
He's got a cool life because he goes to Montana and he helps the PTSD.
Is John married?
Got him a girl, got him a woman,
good.
got him a woman.
Good.
And he got his truck set up for his dog to ride in the back. I don't know, he goes to Montana for sometimes. He goes down to Georgia. He lives, and he does accident. Like he was a former state trooper, so now he works for a company that when there's a big massive accident on the interstate, they'll hire that company to reconstruct that accident for insurances or whatever, you know. So just a real interesting guy. I don't want to say, buddy, I really look up to you, and I thank you for buying a house from us.
Also, John, his house left out on Saturday, and also Calvary came today, her and her dad, and their house left out. That was 2 8x16s that left out this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, and they hauled it themselves. They come and picked it up.
Yep.
And they did use a sway bar, correct?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, some people feel better, and it's nice to have one on there for sure. You know, we got one out here. Mr. Johnson's house is ready to go whenever he gets here, or who's hauling it.
He's having someone pick it up.
He's having somebody come and get it. We've got another one out here I talked to earlier. It's leaving out this week. Waiting for cabinets. We're hoping to get in. If not, she said, just bring it up there and they'll put the cabinets in. They had to have it.
Also, Kelly's is leaving. The one we had to do the spray foam.
Yeah, Kelly Jackson.
Matt's taking it.
Matt's taking it.
Portland.
Yes. Going to Portland. So we got That's all just, and we still got them going. Oh.
Now, Kelly's we will show before it leaves. We'll do a tour of it.
Yeah.
Before it leaves out, we'll do Costgrove. We'll do a tour of it. We didn't get a chance. I didn't get to. We was so busy this morning. We didn't get to do John's on Saturday.
Yeah.
We didn't get to do Calvary's this morning. We just were so busy.
You know, and I would show you our board, but it's got people's names on them.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
Well, it's just got their last names.
Well, we don't need to show that.
Okay. It's just for privacy for our customers. But, you know, when let's say you got about 30 homes under construction.
Right.
And then you got builders finishing them at all different times. Mm-hmm. So those homes that are next behind them, you have to be on the inventory, get it out there, ready. The trailers and everything, on top of giving the inventory to the 30 homes you're building, because it's still not perfected where we just give them all they need to build a house at one delivery.
Right.
So when and then they're scattered out a little bit. So our inventory is probably our biggest challenge as a company, is getting the materials to the builders of everything they need. You could think about it. If there's, let's say, a flooring is backlogged, we didn't get the floor to them for some reason, and we forget and make mistakes, and it just didn't get ordered, and you know we're trying to get that system down.
Right.
You can't put your base around your floor until you have your flooring down. If they don't have the floor, you can't put the base. You can't put the base. You can't put the corners to the base, so it leaves out more trim. You can't put the cabinets down because you don't have. You know what I'm saying? So one little thing can completely shut it down, and then the builder's not making money. They're calling us saying, hey man, I need this stuff. I'm losing days of work. I feel responsible. So you can see the inventory is massive, critical. And then when things are delayed, we can't get them. Our cabinets now are a week behind.
7 to 10 days.
We ordered cabinets for this house out here weeks ago, 3 weeks ago.
Well, they took a week off for vacation.
And they didn't tell us, and now they're backlogged a week. They were shipped out in 7 to 10 days out.
Yeah.
So anyway, you can see all that going on. Well, that's what's going on in this office, along with new builds coming in, me doing drawings for the new builds. What I do is I like to go through every sketch. So when you buy a home from us, give me your sketch and your wish list. The same protocol that I've started when I very first home. The sketch, wish list, I make a drawing, send it to you, we get it done, and it's gone.
It really works.
It's down pat.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that on top of then so many other things that are coming in here. Of course, the maintenance we were talking about, the drama we got going on here, the development of the properties. There's a lot, okay? Yeah. So that's what's happening in this room and out that door. And I don't know if I'm boring with you all this stuff. I know you tune to this channel to watch and see tiny homes. And I'm going to show you some tiny homes. But I thought today would be a really good, and I got to go over here to town tonight too, you know. I got to get back over at the in Newport. Oh, okay. Anyway, I was going to show you actually the tools that it takes to build a tiny home. You're not going to believe that it doesn't take very many tools. I don't have them all with me here tonight, but this is a type of drill. You don't need this drill, and I'm experimenting with this drill, but it's just a impact drill, okay? And it's just a battery drill. Now, an impact is it's not got a chuck where you put drill bits in it. Okay, so it's just a regular drill, and it's a T20.
What kind of brand is that?
This is called Flex, and they trying to compete with Milwaukee. I don't know if I like it. I was going to give a tool review tonight on it, but I'm still learning a little bit about this drill. It's a little bit different.
Most of the guys almost all use
DeWalt, and I almost got a DeWalt, but this is supposed to be a stronger, heavy-dutier drill than DeWalt, so I thought I'd try it. Yeah. But a battery drill, okay, that's one of your tools. You have to have a tool pouch. Now look, if you don't want to wear a belt, I take my belt off and I just hook it to my belt and my hammer. I also wear...
Now Billy put on a bucket.
A what?
Do we want to mention that Billy put a bucket on his belt?
He took a bucket. I took a picture of it, but he took a pan, the screw container. It's a plastic container, right? And he cut a hole through it, weaved his belt through it, set it there, and had a screws. Perfect. These are not necessary, but these are lifesavers. This is called a saw. We call them sawzaws, a reciprocating saw. Okay. Awesome to have. You can go to Lowe's. You can get a cheaper one. You can actually get one like a cheaper Craftsman or something like that for probably $50. These are probably about $150. But because you won't use it a lot, but it really gets you out of some tight jams.
I've seen you use that a lot of times.
A lot. The only time,
and
I use them building steps. In little, I don't like using them if I don't have to. Let's see if this got back. I don't know if this got back in here or not. This is a skill saw, and this is another flex that I got. It's a new one, and this is a battery. The battery saws now that they have are phenomenal.
Great?
They're just great. Now this is a little, believe it or not, you think, well, Randy should be stronger than that, but this drill is heavy. I mean, the saw is heavy, and when I'm sawing, I like to be sawing over my head, sideways, back, upside down.
I seen you building steps today.
Yeah. So I was building some steps, and I realized my table is about 30 inches, and this battery, when you put it on the back, you have to hold your guard up, and I hate these safeties. See, my grip is I got 3 on the bottom and 1 for the trigger, right? Well, it's hard to manipulate. This thumb is usually on the top, and I got to pull, and it's just getting used to, okay? But this is a circular saw, sawzall, and a drill. I can build an entire house with those 3 tools. Everything. This will cut all my 2x4s, all my sheeting, all my 1x, all my V group. You don't need a real fancy chop saw. All right, and I'll show you maybe later on how to cut a really straight line with a skill saw. You don't need a jigsaw to cut your plugs and switches out. I can show you how to do that. I built an entire home because I was so poor. Only used, I didn't have a drill back then. We nailed everything. A sawzall, that saw, and a table saw. The entire house, like a 3,000 square foot home.
Wow.
And I made my own windows, I built on my floors, everything was made with those 3 tools. It doesn't take a lot, everybody. You know, if that'll cut wood, you can take a skill saw and I can make out just curves in a wood with a skill saw. And you don't think you can do it. You can do it with a skill saw. It just takes some time. What happens is necessity creates that. Because if you don't have another saw, you make that do. And I guarantee you can make it do. But those are the 3 components to building a tiny home. They got some, you don't need to go out there and spend thousands of dollars in tools. I would love so much after we get these communities though, and everybody's wanting me to build more communities, and I do enjoy doing that, but I think I would really enjoy teaching people how to build these homes and showing them how to use just the minimal things to build a tiny home with, and how simple it is and how enjoyable it is, because I really get a real peace building these homes. I went up to the Amish and built 2 weeks ago and had a great time with these young boys. They're 19 and 20. They were like men. They were just doing great. And we dried in the whole house in 2 days.
Wow.
Then this past weekend I was putting posts and building fencing, and then anyway, so it's just it's enjoyable to work with your hands. I think it's good for your brain, your heart, and your soul. You know, it is. Mm-hmm. What else? I think that's it, man. I was wanting to show the tools.
Yeah.
I know. A sander, great. That's, later on. If you don't have a sander, you just sand.
Yeah.
I always keep a piece of sandpaper in my pouch. Look, and there it is. If you just keep one piece, and when you're looking, you keep it in your pouch, you bring it out. If you're cutting a piece of board, I always just sand it just a little bit, and you wouldn't believe just that couple seconds and after the whole house is done, how much that makes a difference, that you don't have to go over and sand the entire house.
Yeah.
And you take care of your wood and your product, Anyway.
It is pouring the rain outside.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, it is raining, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Is Ace gone?
He's outside somewhere.
Cardies are bringing him back again, I believe, right now.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
He's as rotten as can be.
Let's walk straight out into the shop.
Okay.
All right. Here.
You got a key to get back in?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, we gotta let him in. You gotta let him in here?
Let's see. Here, you can stand right here. It's not raining right here.
Okay.
You got him again. You got Ace. He got out again. I know it. Oh, he don't want to get out. All right.
You got him in there.
Yeah, hey, look at this. Let me turn these lights on. I know we came in the other day. I love coming in the shop. Before we couldn't because it was a live, it was live feed. We didn't have signal. This is another different looking staircase.
Look at that.
Is that not neat? And people might be saying, well, why are there only drawers in certain... Come over here, Amanda. And you'll see why.
Wow.
Is that not cool?
Look at that.
Rob is just a master. Plywood in here. Look how he put this little sill on here, Amanda. See that?
Yep.
Yep. I can't even open this one. He's probably got it shut. This, another drawer, of course, here. I love these little handles here.
Wow. That's so easy, yeah.
So he couldn't put the flip ups because he's got storage there, A drawer here. This is under here.
How long does it take to build a staircase like that?
Probably 2 days, 2-3 days to build it and then finish it and get it set. Yep. So, but they're all different, but we try to make, this is a little bit taller. I don't see a tape measure, but I try not to go more than about 7 3/4 high rise. This is a riser and a tread, riser and a tread. You see these treads are not that wide. So if they were wider, the staircase would have been a lot further out.
Yes.
And a lot of times people don't have the headroom for a dormer. So when you're walking up, like if this is 8, you're already up 16 inches.
Right.
And if the sidewall's only 7 foot high, 84, you're already hitting your head on the sloped ceiling. So you got to make sure that dormer's out far enough to get up. So that's why we crunch them in a little bit. Okay? I don't see anything else in here I wanted to show everybody. Okay. Come on out here, Amanda. I wanted to show the vertical shiplap. Now shiplap is, you have, all right, here it is right here. Okay, so shiplap, as you see that square edge, this is a shiplap joint. It's not a V-groove. V-groove would have another lip where a tongue would fit in, right? So this is shiplap, and then this is a square edge. Okay. Now they make V-groove shiplap, but this is a square edge shiplap. And in this house behind me, we did this, the homeowner wanted it vertical, not horizontal. Now this is the siding. I was going to show them this one. Okay. So normally in a house, all your 2x4s are vertical, and then you do your V-groove horizontal in the house, right? Let me show you what it looks like with shiplap that's vertical. Look, we got a maze here, Amanda. Can you guys see that? I bet you got a good camera. See how it's vertical? Yeah. See, the boards are straight up and down. So what we have to do is go in between the 2x4s and put blocking so that could be nailed to. See, because the 2x4s are vertical, you can't put them vertical unless you got blocking.
Okay. And
then on the ceiling is they requested that bead board.
They got a bunch of different ways the wood goes. I think that's cool.
And then they're also going to put that live edge like on the outside.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to go in? We've not been in there.
Let me see if we got some stairs over there.
Hey, Lynn.
Yeah, we got stairs over here. Love this building, man.
Oh my God, there's so much to this house. Let me start.
It's just a lot, man.
Wow.
10 by 32, I believe it is.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
wow, I'm all the way back here at the back.
I'm sure that's 48-inch French door, another door here. You're in the living room area, kitchen all along here, kitchen countertops wrapped around here, bathroom in the back. And this is the vertical boards. And what they did is they smashed them together, Amanda. They didn't have a space between them. And I like that. Remember the house I built, the farmhouse? Mm-hmm. It was horizontal, but I smashed them together.
Yeah.
And it just, I think it looks
I like it.
more nostalgic.
Wonder why they chose to do it. Was it something y'all discussed or
No,
they already wanted?
he came up with it. All the
I like
homeowners.
it.
And then,
my goodness, there's so much to it.
Then back here, washer and dryer. And see this glass block? Mm-hmm. And look, isn't this cool? Look here. I don't want to force it, but that, oh, there it is. It opens up.
Cool. That is so cool.
This is in the shower.
That is neat.
Yep.
Wow. Let me get back here and show, because this is the bathroom back here.
And I was talking to somebody today. Oh, we're building a house for a friend of mine, and he was wanting to flip the house's plumbing, and we've already plumbed the house because we've already done the floor and we're framing it.
Right.
Right? So you can see, here's a drain for the sink, water lines. If you put them over there, there's no drain, there's no water lines, there's nothing. So it's real important when I do your drawings is where do you want things done, and that's it. It's almost like when you build a house, I don't know if you're familiar with building a house on a concrete slab. You do all of your plumbing, right, and all your infrastructure first. Then when you pour concrete, everything's in the concrete. That's exactly what we do here.
Right.
It's all predetermined before we even start framing.
Now, they have this extra 2-foot bump out. Can you explain what's back there?
No, I don't know what it is.
I know they've got their washer and dryer right here.
Oh, here it is. You stick your head in
There's
there.
stuff in here. That's why I want you to look and see.
Yeah.
So, what is,
Well, that's going to be the water heater where the pressure gauge is.
Yeah.
Yep. And you know, bump outs to me, just get, if you want a house, just make the house bigger. Well,
that's
listen.
for storage though, isn't it?
Yeah, but you just make your house bigger. You know, because you have to have a flat roof on this thing. You got to taper up. You got to frame it and say you're not getting any better of a deal by not buying unless we didn't charge enough, because there's that much more work in building a whole bump out than it is buying a house, a trailer that's 2 foot longer.
Oh, so the trailer does not follow this.
This is cantilevered out.
Oh, cantilever. Okay,
I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
But a lot of people back years ago, they would say, "Hey, can you do a bump out?" And they thought, "Well, it's not that much money." I'm not saying that's what this case was.
Right.
But a lot of people were trying to do that, you know. Trying to think, you know, and I understand. I think, well, hey, the trailer, you don't have a trailer. The roof line, you're saving materials in there. It is just as much work. Just like the tongue boxes. You could actually dry in a house with a roof on it by the time it takes to build a tongue box.
Really?
Yeah.
The tongue boxes are a big deal.
Yeah.
Wow, this house is huge.
Look at that egress window. Look at the hoppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hoppers, Amanda.
Wow. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah.
Wowza, wowza. Okay. This is Cardinal's house. They're going
Yes.
to be, this is going to the mountain.
Going to the mountain. Yep. Yep. And
kind of touch on the mountain progress. We was there the other day. What is it? What kind is it? Any kind of ETA estimate? Well, not ETA. What would he call it?
well, I did get the engineer to actually text me today.
That's progress.
I'm afraid it's going to take longer than the first of the year to be done. I hate it because I want it done. We have to bring the sewer up the main road, and the water line's already there, but we got to bring the sewer up. So I've never done it before. We got to go up a main, like an actual state road or county road up here.
Wow.
And bring it into the property. It has to be engineered and the whole thing.
But what's bad is
And
you
he's
have to
covered
wait.
up.
You have to wait on everybody else.
He's so busy. You know, he's an engineer. It has to be engineered. It's got to go to the state. It's got to be approved. It's got to go through. And then, man, if COVID hits again and the state backlogs again, that's why we need to hurry up and get done.
Yeah, we need to hurry up
with the
and
engineering.
get done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, you can hear it rain, can't you?
Yeah.
I think we need to keep the rest for tomorrow.
I think so.
Everybody, thank you for watching. I hope I didn't disappoint you by not showing you enough homes tonight. I think we got a lot of information out that we wanted to talk about, you know, the jam and just the things that goes on here as a company, you know, and get to know who we are. And I wanted to thank people that have been so gracious and kind, and I mean that. When you get a kind word or a kind letter like we got today, and people come up and they're just happy and they like what we got and what we're doing, it makes this is what we do. This is our life. It's 7 days a week. It's every day. Amanda got here at 7 a.m. It's already 7 p.m. or after.
Yeah.
We've been here 12 hours together every single day. So it's really cool when somebody's nice. It is. We are just like you guys, understanding, but we are the same, you know. So we're not doing anything different. This is what we do, and so I've always thought, and nobody ever told me this, but I always thought, I said, you got to treat people the way you want to be treated. So if you want somebody to holler at you and be mean to you, and you be mean to everybody else, you know. But if you want somebody to be nice to you, you'd be nice to somebody. And we all slip up. I know we all have our moments, and I understand that, and we just forgive and go on. So anyway, I gotta stop. Guys, have a great night. I'm Randy Jones, and this is Amanda.
Yeah.
And we're glad you tuned in.
Yeah.
And I hope you come back tomorrow. We'll bring another show. Spread the show to other people that you know. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel. We've got 170 plus home sites on this property. We've got 50 more across the street. We are changing the world of tiny homes. They're economical, $200 a month rent. We sell our homes for half or a third of anybody in the country. And you can see the quality in what we're doing. So if there was anybody needing a home, from the Taj Mahal to the little bitty doghouse, we build them right here. All right? Hope you have a great night. And we're going to go out in the rain.
Yes. Yeah.
All right. See ya.